How's it going, everybody? So today we're going to be talking about one of the most common things ever discussed in a jiu-jitsu gym is why does it take so freaking long to become a purple belt? Why from blue belt to purple belt does it take so long? We're going to talk about that right now. What's up, everybody? My name is Chasen Hill. I'm a jiu-jitsu black belt. I've been teaching and training now for over 12 years. So if you like all things jiu-jitsu, this is a pretty good channel for you guys. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button down below. Also, leave a comment on what belt you are. What belt are you watching this right now? Also, if you are a purple belt or past a purple belt, please let me know how long it took you to achieve your purple belt. You know, how long were you a blue belt? How many total years have you been training? And help these guys out down below. I know exactly how it feels, that it feels like your blue belt is the longest belt, and that's because it is. And so I'm sure you've probably asked your instructors or you've asked some other belts why does it take so long to get your purple belt from blue belt? And so I'm just going to maybe this is all stuff you've heard before, but if you haven't, this could be new to you guys. So first off, if you're a white belt, turn this video off. No, I'm just kidding. Don't actually turn it off. Focus on getting your blue belt first, but this still might help you because one of the biggest drop-off belts is blue belt, and that's because it takes so long to get your purple belt. Technically, your biggest actual growth phase is not even at blue belt. It's technically the very first day you walk on the mat as a white belt. The first day you walk in, you know zero, and when you take your first class and you learn your first technique, that's the most growth you will ever have. It doesn't really feel like that. It feels like, it's pretty easy. But from your blue to purple belt, that is the most knowledge that you'll probably take in the sense of newer techniques and expecting to refine things. A lot of times from white to blue belt, the expectation is down here. It's expecting you to just understand what a shrimp is, how to do a roll, learn a few basic positions and controls of these places, maybe how to escape a few positions. So very much surface level of, barely speaking and barely talking just to be able to now have a conversation with everybody else. At purple belt, okay, the expectation has gone from here to like here now. We expect a way more and the level of proficiency to be greater also. So now you have to, spider guard, X guard, daily Hiva guard. You have to have an understanding of all of these techniques and actually perform them in a pretty decent way. We don't expect you to perform them like a blue belt now. We expect you to perform them like a purple belt. And that's tough for people to do. I think that's why it takes so long. Now, the other aspect to purple belt is the actual live kind of sparring time. So it's not just executing the techniques and demonstrating knowledge, but there's a certain way that a purple belt spars. There's a certain way that they're able to do the moves. A lot of the jerkiness and roughness should be very smoothed out, and it should be a lot more technique driven now versus it just being, I'm a big strong blue belt and I can push you over and make it work. It should be a little bit more refined. There should be a smoothness to it now. There's a lot of components into purple belt, and that's why it takes so long. It's not even just you even training more. Like, oh man, if I just trained more, I could get my purple belt faster. There might be a little bit of truth to that, but to tell you the truth, sometimes just you need time. Myself, I was a blue belt for almost probably 4.5 years, I believe I was a blue belt. So I was kind of at the end range. I think most people spend 3 to 5 years as a blue belt, and it takes to get to their purple belt. And that's the longest belt by far. That's why I think a lot of people quit at blue belt. You don't hear a lot of people quit at purple belt. I'm sure there's some, but there's way more that quit at blue belt because most people, once they become a white belt, they get a few stripes on their belt. They usually make it till they get to the blue belt, but then they just look at purple belt and they're like, oh my God, that's so much work. I have other things to do. I have a whole video on why people will quit jiu-jitsu, so make sure you check that out above here. But it's very overwhelming. It's very daunting. And, purple belt, it's one of those belts that it's amazing. To me, it was one of my most fun belts because it was the first time I ever kind of got to train the way that I wanted. I got to really work on my offense. I could make things happen on a lot of people in the gym now. I wasn't just someone's chew toy. Kind of got to execute my game a little bit more, but it takes so much time to get there. A lot of people quit before that ever happened. The main reasons why it takes so long to become a purple belt, because number one, the amount of knowledge you have to learn, it's a lot. And then the way you have to perform it is the expectations have increased quite a bit versus, white to blue belt. They're here now at blue to purple. It's, a lot higher. And then two, the rolling time and how the technique should feel under pressure and smoothness and the transitions and kind of all those kind of pieces coming together is what makes a purple belt. It's not just as easy as, give me 5 escapes or give me 5 submissions or give me, show me a bridge and roll. That's very much a blue belt level. Purple belt, it's, you need to learn how to combine techniques, how to put them together, learn transitions, make sure they're executed at the right time, really understanding how the technique works. Then at brown belt, it gets just more refined. You understand that information. You've learned all this information, and it just kind of gets refined a lot more. Blue belt is a very tough belt. Like I said, that's the reason why a lot of people quit at blue belt. There's a reason why it's called the blue belt blues, because it seems like it's such a great task. But I can promise you, if you make it to your purple belt, there's a very, 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 very good chance you will become a black belt. If you make it to your purple belt, congratulations, you've done a great job. Future black belt one day. With that, thank you guys for tuning into this video. Make sure you comment down below on what belt you are or how long it took you to get to your purple belt, and I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time.